You're listening to Houseology Live.
Houseology Live.
Houseology Live.
Houseology Live.
Houseology Live.
Houseology Live on Humble House Radio.
About it being like Monday.
It's Monday.
Just another
Something.
manic Monday.
Oh yeah, that's exactly it. Because they have audio now.
Yeah. Come over here, Embrace.
Okay. I'll even it out.
So sorry, YouTube. I apologize if you look for the little lady down in the corner, she was actually doing the sign language for you.
Oh.
That's
something that Rich would say. What's up, YouTube?
Yeah.
Just in case you're just joining us, it's Houseology Live. We're at the Moxy Hotel. Is myself, DJ Ketone. We have Rave Daddy Robbie over in the corner, sweating bullets right now.
Sit and sulk. Yes, that's accurate. That's actually
We got
accurate.
DJ Embrace over here. Yeah, we're just here to have a good time.
This will not be an audition tape video right here.
Nah, it's all good, man.
I didn't even get a chance to change out the logo. We got the old logo up now. See, mini
Oh,
Christmas.
you know, we do have the old logo. That's okay. That's all right. I didn't send it. See, I didn't send it
Losing
to
left
you,
and right.
so that's my fault.
You know what it was? We skipped a week. We can never
We
skip
did.
a week
We-
again. You screwed me up.
We do have to stop skipping weeks.
Listen,
But we
life-
need a break every
Life
once in a
be
while.
happening. It's hard to get in here every Monday.
It
You
is
got
true.
kids, you got family obligations. And
You live in
especially-
Tampa?
I live in Tampa, so
Coming
I got
over.
an hour and a half drive on traffic. So
Wait, you live in Wesley Chapel or something?
Temple Terrace.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Close
Yeah,
enough.
Close enough. Close enough.
Yes. Now, we got a great show for you guys today, man. We've got Breakaway to talk about. You know, we've got all the events that have been happening. Yo, St. Pete's popping off, man. St. Pete
Poppin'.
is like
Dang.
exploding with
Festival season coming up in December on the pier.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be
What?
crazy. Yeah, that's gonna be crazy. We've got a lot of different festivals coming to the town.
Yep.
Like we're about to explode here, guys.
So I don't want to hear no DJs complaining and not getting booked because
Yes.
there's much out there.
You gotta put that work in,
Put that
though.
work in. Put
Yes.
that work in.
So we've got also two great guests today. We skipped a week, so we just decided to load you guys up with guests. We have NJP out of Detroit. He's been doing his thing, you know, making sure that he's producing. Fantastic producer as well. And then we have EYEawake, who has been just tearing this town apart in events, production, mentoring, teaching. We'll get all into that, you know, shortly. But if you don't know who EYEawake is, we're about to teach you.
Listen, I got a couple. Every time I'm out, I hear a couple people say, "Man, where the bass shows at? Where the bass shows at?" Follow EYEawake.
Oh yeah.
That's Divine Collective. That's where you get your bass from.
Oh yeah.
For
Oh
sure.
yeah. They definitely do. They do a lot of techno shows. They do a lot of different events as Divine Freaks. They're doing a techno and tacos and
Tequila
tequila.
and
Yeah, that's actually
Tequila,
tomorrow, by the
techno
way.
Yeah.
tomorrow.
Tequila and techno.
That's gonna be a good one. I'm bringing the kids out.
We'll talk a little bit more about that when he comes in. But yeah,
Yes.
that is
Yes.
officially starting tomorrow. Yeah, at Bay Borough Brewing here in
Every
St. Pete.
Tuesday, yeah.
No, just
Oh.
one Tuesday a month. To
One
start with.
Tuesday a month.
Yep.
Okay.
As we were mentioning about being so busy and everything there beforehand, so
Yeah.
we're like, this is about much as we can handle right now.
Which is cool. I'm actually excited to bring the kids. My kids like electronic music to a degree, you know, like So if I'm gonna take them and give them tacos, that's that happy thing with the
You can show
electronic
support
music.
and go get
My
tacos.
mouth is just watering thinking about it. And the tacos will be good too.
Yeah.
Just talking about the techno music.
Yeah, you way up
there you go.
bullshit.
I had to clarify that because he was talking about his kids. I was like, wait a minute. I'm going to get myself in trouble.
No, I'm excited about all of the things that are happening around the town.
Yep.
But since we're here, we've got a few minutes to talk about some of the things that have been happening around town, like Breakaway.
We had Breakaway last weekend.
Did you go?
I did not go.
No, me either. I didn't have a
I
chance.
did not go either.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. See, that's what's good, though. We
If
have
you
the
win,
phone line.
call in right now.
Yes. There you
What's
go.
the phone number? Ketone?
727-342-0550.
Say it again for those in the back.
727-342-0550.
Call in. I know some of y'all was out there popping, rolling,
I saw
shrooming.
I saw a lot of recap.
Yeah, it looked
through
it was
the week.
packed.
Yeah, people
sold
were
out
enjoying
both
it.
days.
Oh wow, I love that. I love that, and a lot of locals on the silent disco too. I saw Soy on there, a big supporter of Soy.
Yep.
And Two Clutch. I think they did a back to back.
Yep, they did it back to back. My homie Dak Sparrow. Shout out Dak Sparrow.
Dak.
Yo, he's fire. He had a little
saw Dak
sack. Oh,
last
happy
Thursday.
belated birthday, Dak.
Yes, happy birthday, brother.
And happy birthday, Ev, today. DJ EV.
Yes.
So that- yeah.
Oh, that was fun. That was a fun show too.
Yeah, yep.
He killed it. Yeah, he went and did some Jersey club. But Breakaway, I saw Fisher was
Yep.
there Friday. I heard
Fisher.
that was a good show by Fisher.
Yep, Disco Lines.
Disco. Oh, I heard. So
Yeah.
I am a big supporter of Disco Lines.
Okay.
I really
Yeah,
enjoy
yeah.
Disco Lines. I enjoy the grooviness, the funky vibes. So that's I'm disappointed I didn't get a chance to see them. But I'm a big supporter. Wait, them or him? Thaddeus, right? It's one guy.
I think it's two.
two guys.
I think
right?
it's two dudes.
Yeah.
I'm
But,
not sure. I just heard of them for the first time maybe several months ago.
Okay.
They did a Red Rock show. They had some friends that went to. They said it was really good.
Damn, they did Red Rock show.
Yeah.
Already.
Was it Red Rock?
That's
It was just
crazy.
in Colorado. It
Probably-
might have just been in Colorado.
It might be Red Rocks. They might open for somebody.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
that's
And apparently
huge.
they're like they have a variety of music that they do.
Okay.
Their name's Disco Lines.
Yeah.
But they have bass.
Okay.
They play a little bit of house.
All
they
right.
play a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I'd imagine it. Nowadays, it's not that it's not hard to play those different kinds of things, but you just gotta kind of explore.
You gotta explore.
Especially if you're going to be in Colorado.
Especially
you
when
better
you're
throw in
probably-
a little bit of bass.
A little bit of bass. Yeah, a little bit of bass for sure.
You have to. You have to. So we did that. We didn't do Breakaway. I didn't do that, but I heard it was a great thing. But I would love to have anybody call in if you did go to Breakaway and tell us about it. Tell us about it. What good things, bad things, things you'd like to see different, maybe.
Yeah, I think Sunset is still better than Breakaway, and I went to Breakaway. No, I've never been to Breakaway.
Okay.
Went to Sunset in 2023. The last year they had it.
So did I.
Yeah, fire, and
Yeah.
from what I hear, Sunset is better than Breakaway.
Why would you say that? What would make you think that? Or what would people say? What were people telling you about that's better?
That they had a more variety of artists at Sunset than they did Breakaway. Obviously, you have your bass and you have your techno and you have your house at Breakaway. I feel like Sunset had other artists that weren't electronic,
yeah.
right? So
Okay.
yeah.
I enjoyed Sunset the last year I went to it, which is actually the first year that
Yeah,
I ever been
same,
to it. So
same. Yeah, it was a good time.
that was good. I enjoyed that. I actually caught I think Enzo for the first time.
Enzo is Burning DJ, or no? Who's Enzo?
Enzo was a bass DJ.
Okay, got you.
That was like my introduction to bass.
Okay.
And I was like, this is actually pretty good.
Yeah.
This could be really cool. So, and it actually led me into opening a bass label.
There you go.
Yeah. You good over there, Robbie?
He's not switching the camera. The camera's been on us. What
Yeah.
y'all don't see behind the scenes is him more sweating. Him sweating down his face, trying to figure out everything, but we're holding it down
Yes.
on Houseology Live still.
Yes. There were some other topics we had aside from Breakaway.
I was just trying to get her headphones in stereo again.
Oh,
Or
okay.
if you guys been
Mine's in stereo.
Mine's in
mine was
stereo.
not.
No.
My ear is broken, only have one side, but I
Oh,
kind of
well,
like it.
yeah,
So it's all good. I can hear myself speak.
I've heard you very one-sided.
Yeah, I am. I'm left-sided.
What did you say about you sent me something about DJs being strapped into a performance show or something
Yo,
like that.
that was crazy.
that was a little sick. But
Yo, yeah. So imagine like a crane arm, like a mechanical arm, right? And they put a DJ in there. Spider-Man Doc Ock. Imagine that.
Oh my!
And you're strapped in on this claw, and they build you a rig, and the rig moves upside down all around, and the rig has like screens on it, and you're DJing upside down, up in the air, right here, over here.
That's crazy.
It's crazy,
Bro, I have enough problem DJing standing on my feet.
Right?
Why would I complicate things like that?
I
It
did
just
see the-
sounds more than I really need.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I saw him DJing with his head like this, like upside down and sideways. I'm like, oh no.
And that was the end of the video. Is like, it is entertainment at the end of the day, and it will sell. People will pay to see it. But is that what has electronic and the scene has come to?
I mean, of course.
Yeah.
I think there's going to be much more crazy things happening with
Well,
performances.
People need to find ways to discern themselves.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
suppose is a way to say that.
Yeah.
So,
And not to mention, on that same topic, with the Sphere being so successful, they are putting more spheres in other areas.
Yeah, I did see that too.
Right.
I don't know where it was. Where's the next one at?
I
It
don't
was a
know, but let
smaller
me tell you
sphere.
something. The Mosey on Fowler is their dome.
Okay.
They're opening
Yeah.
that back up.
Oh.
And,
Oh, really?
They had the
yeah.
IMAX in there,
I didn't know
they?
that.
Yeah, I think they had IMAX in
Yeah.
there. And I'm driving on the way here. I seen a billboard for Hans Zimmer, the Hans Zimmer experience.
I'm a big
Oh,
Hans,
I'm
I'm a
gonna
big
go to
Hans
that.
Zimmer fan.
I'm gonna
big
totally
Hans
go
Zimmer
to that.
fan.
Where is that at?
I'm a big Hans Zimmer
Oh
fan.
yeah, so
Big,
fire. So fire.
It's not the Straz.
Okay.
It's
but is it the
it's in
dome?
St. Pete.
Okay,
No,
all
no,
right.
no.
Oh.
It's here in St. Pete, I believe.
Gotcha.
At the one performance hall here, and I can't think of what the
Okay.
name of it is right
See,
off the
that
top of
would
my
be
head.
sweet if they had it.
Ruth Eckerd Hall.
That might be it.
There you go. We got a winner.
That
Okay.
might be it.
But imagine seeing that, watching Interstellar on the 3D dome. Like,
Oh man,
that would be crazy, right?
I'm glad you told me that because I'm gonna go hit up Mosey. Me and Mosey, we'd rather be friends.
But yeah, yep. What else? I was watching something on the way over, and it's pretty interesting. It was a guy. He was saying DJ Steele, great DJ Steele, right?
Oh, I agree.
And artist, as a painter Steele,
Oh
right?
yeah. Oh yeah.
And the guy on the YouTube was like, he has clips of like Dom Dalla and Hugel and talking about how they steal music
Yeah.
and like they just steal from different places.
Yeah.
And it's just so subtle, and they just layer it so much that you really can't call it stealing.
Yeah.
But that's the most efficient way to put out music.
Brother,
You know?
I have just come to the conclusion that
Yeah.
Okay, so a little backstory. So, like, I've been producing for about 5 or 6 years now,
Yep.
and I've tried my hardest to be completely original.
Oh,
And
yeah. Yep.
it came to the point where I've studied the music for about 6 or 7 years now,
Yeah.
like just, what's popular, what's working, what makes it. And every single thing that's really, really popular is stolen.
Yeah. Every single
Is
thing.
remade.
Every single thing.
Is sampled.
Yep.
And
Or
I'm
it sounds like it came from something.
I'm
like Yeah.
this is the way.
reimagine is the word they use.
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
But the video starts off that originality, like we've been told a lie. They've
Yeah.
been telling us be original and be different.
Yeah,
But if you want to grow, you kind of have to.
yeah. You
You
got to
know,
take from the roots.
You got to take from the roots. And Hugel was like, when you're out there, you're a producer, and you really want that hit. You just got to find that sample that
Yeah.
people haven't used.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And he said he stopped doing that because now he got so good he could just make his own shit.
Yeah.
But when you're first coming up,
Yeah, you got to sample. You
Yeah.
got to touch it. And then I've listened to we got this new van for our business for the Cabana Club.
Yep.
Just in case you guys want to check
Plug,
out Cabana
plug,
Club,
Cabana
check out
Club.
Cabana Club. We got and on there we got Sirius for free.
Okay.
And I've been listening to Sirius, and I'll check out some of the old classic channels,
like
and
60s,
I'm like
70s,
the groove,
50s, the groove. Yeah.
dude. I'm listening, and I'm like, oh, that's Biggie.
That's
oh,
that.
Yep,
that's
yep,
That's
yep.
that.
Oh, that's-
yeah.
oh, wow, that's insane.
It's so good. One of my favorite DJs, Chris Stussy, right now has a unreleased song that's going crazy right now in his sets, and it samples Donna Summer's "Feel Good."
oh, okay.
Because like when he plays it, it just goes like do 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 do
Oh yeah.
do 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 do.
Oh, yeah.
And but he doesn't. That's the only part
Yeah.
of the feel.
Yeah.
The Donna Summer
Captures
song.
everybody.
Yeah, captures that. And like once
That's
they hear it, it's a
nuts.
rap. Yeah.
Yeah, and so like I'm like now so I'm doing my last album for the last album, the only album I'm gonna put out for a while, and I've got a few touches from those classics and
Yep.
in there, and I'm like, okay, it feels good actually because
Yeah,
it
yeah.
feels like real music, I guess.
Yeah.
In a sense, it feels like there's something about it that's actually good.
Yeah, yeah.
You know?
You previewed on the rooftop at EV's
Oh,
birthday,
yeah.
and I liked it. Like, and one of the dudes came up was like, "Yo, who's that dude you up there playing?" Like, "Yeah, man, that's Keto. He the man." So you got a couple
Thanks,
compliments in the crowd, man. I be hearing, but
Thanks, man.
yeah, your song was pretty good, and his voice was on it. He used his own voice.
I did.
In the background.
I did.
It was funny.
It's and I got one with my daughter. She actually did.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, she wrote an original rap to one of the tracks. It's crazy.
Yeah,
But that's fun. Enough about me. Let's go back into
Robbie, you went to a bass show yesterday. What you went to see?
I went to the Keizo show on
Keizo.
Saturday. Yes,
Well,
and
how
I
was that?
I was pleasantly surprised, to be honest with you, because I normally wouldn't go to one of those shows.
Yeah, that's why I was surprised.
I'm doing a lot of business with Janice, and so I like to be
love
there.
that for you, brother.
Yeah.
Thank you, appreciate that.
Yeah.
I like to be. I gotta be careful how I phrase that, but I like to be still there while they're using my gear and stuff, because I'm just not brave enough yet to walk away and let it go. Mm-hmm. And so I've already been I went to the Ravenscoon show.
Oh, you saw Ravenscoon?
Yeah,
Nice.
That was a month and a half ago.
Yep.
And his show was good. Actually, I ended up liking a guy named Smith, who played as one of the headline support guys. He actually ended up being a little bit better than Ravenscoon's main show. But then Ravenscoon's after hours at Floridian was really
better
good.
than
And
his
then that was the
regular show.
time change, so we lost an hour.
Dang.
Oh, yeah. So that kind of was like, meh, womp, womp. But so then I went to Keizo, and I'm just suspecting wubby dubby, wah wah kind of stuff as usual. And instead, that was kind of what it was in the beginning. It wasn't too bad. The guys were doing a decent job at changing it up, the support artists. But then, I guess one of the other artists that was going to come couldn't make it, so they turned around, and Keizo has an artist duo called Hive Mind, and I'm not sure who the other artist is right at the moment.
Sure,
I'll look it up in a minute and tell everybody. But they came out, and they just and for most people that know, my main genre is actually techno, and I don't get to perform a lot of techno. I usually end up playing just a lot of tech house and deep house and stuff like that, because that just happens to be a lot of the gigs I get. Here in St. Pete, there was a post online the other day about a lot of techno being played in St. Pete and stuff like that, and I mean, there is.
Is that a problem?
But
what was the context of?
Well,
it being
no. They were just saying that there was, but I don't actually think there is that much. I mean, we have a couple shows a month that maybe play techno, but there isn't any regular techno stuff. And also, there isn't really a lot of shows playing real techno. Yeah, and that's the difference. Like, people will play techno, or they'll have an artist on. Like, there's one group that was doing a techno show quite frequently, but if you went there and went to most of those shows, it was not peak time techno, which is the techno that everybody's into right now. It was
fast,
what someone else thought was techno, or
a little bit more melodic,
or European influence techno.
Yep.
But I did go one time to one of the shows, and it was straight up. They got one of the artists went straight into break beats and stuff, and I'm like, this isn't techno.
No.
And for me, I'm a techno purist.
Sweat to techno before the first song ends.
Yes, if I had room, I'd show you the dance I do when I'm listening to techno.
I know,
but I don't. But I'm a huge peak time techno fan. A lot of people like raw techno. Raw techno is a bit much for me. That's a lot for the.
That is Berlin style techno.
Honestly, I love it. You know who plays that
distortion.
here? What's her name? Oh, come on. We've had her a few times. Annabelle. Annabelle. Right?
Yes.
Is that her name?
I think so.
She plays that raw, heavy distortion.
She plays it probably the best I've ever heard. Ever.
It's fast and
it's groovy though.
It's groovy, yeah.
It can be to me.
Raw,
to me, it's
well,
groovy.
raw techno is just like extremely driving and. God,
that's why I love that shit.
What's a good way to describe it? So, raw techno is like a super bassy, fast version of, like minimal or almost not ambient music.
I get what you're saying.
You know, when you listen to minimal or you listen to these are 8, 9, 10-minute tracks. Same thing with ambient tracks.
Yep.
And then they'll play this a little bit for like a minute and a half, and then suddenly they'll add another instrument, and then they'll go for another 30 seconds, then they'll add another instrument.
Yep.
But the point is they're layering, but they're taking their sweet time getting to it.
Yep.
Raw techno, you get a solid, strong boom driving bass beat, and it is driving. It's around 145,
145 ish.
Yeah,
Subtle synths. There's gonna be synth, but not
right.
like
and then
in the background.
They'll just drop small other instruments on top of it. Whereas peak time derives a bit more, feels like a fast-paced house.
Like has
It's
more
not,
structure.
Correct, but it's not boots and pants. It's just boots.
It is.
And that's it. And
Boots all the way up to the knees, all black, maybe with some heels.
And that's the men.
Yeah.
And so so that's the techno I like to play though, and I get really into it, and I get pretty wild on stage when I am playing techno. Like, you don't book me to play techno at 11 p.m. I probably wouldn't take the booking if I knew I was playing at 11 p.m. to be honest with you. And if I played at 11 p.m., I would end up playing probably a darker tech house set, to be quite frank.
For sure.
But I'm a 3, 4, 5 a.m. techno guy, and I'm not saying I'm an after hours guy or like I deserve to be playing at the peak after hours time. I'm saying if you hire me to play techno, you're going to want to put me on at 3 or 4 or 5 o'clock. You don't want to put me on any time before that.
Gotcha.
And if people come or people say they don't like the style of music I'm playing, then you're in the wrong place.
Yes.
That's the problem. Like, if you come and you like techno, and we're going to have Carson in here who also is a big techno fan as well. And again, we were just mentioning the techno night we're getting ready to start doing. That is what it is. And then so full circle, Keizo show.
Full circle.
Yes.
Keizo show. Back to the Keizo show.
Yes. Sorry.
The original subject.
Sorry. So at the Keizo show, they ended up doing hard techno and techno. Hard techno is growing on me. Hard techno wasn't with me in the beginning because hard techno is a mix of hard style and techno. And I do not like the kind of sound of hard style. It's that weird distorted. It's a bass line so fast it doesn't sound like bass anymore. Doesn't work for me. I'm not big on that. But what they're doing mixing in with techno, I'm really I was impressed by Hive Mind.
Yeah,
Hive Mind did really good, and that's the Keizo group.
I'm sure I'm gotta check out some of these names that you saw. I don't know Keizo either.
I never heard of him.
So when he came on, then he starts out playing Wubby Dubby, and then it's just like, and I really like this, by the way. Like when an artist does this, I really like this. You're listening to an artist, and when you're just about ready to be like, "Yo, bro, I'm gonna go walk to the other stage," they change
snap
it.
you back into
They do something.
do something.
Pop. It's just
and
like
get your attention,
and you're like, oh,
yeah, that's different.
And hold on a second, I was going to leave, but I'll go get another beer. And then that is, and I love that shit, and I kind of do that during my sets. Like sometimes I could, even if you listen to me play, and that's, by the way, that is your
sauce.
Yes, on playing techno. It's real easy to play a peak time track and just just stay in the same key, just like tech house.
That works in every genre.
Yeah, we all know all these the tech house people. They learned to DJ 4 weeks ago, and they play 100 tech house tracks all at the same beat, all in the same key. There's nothing difficult about that. But you also kill your listener, ruin their ear in 20 minutes.
Real quick, you're supposed to take them on a roller coaster. And
Correct.
it's funny, new DJs don't understand that.
Oh, yeah.
And you got to take them on a ride. You can't just peak. You're going to have people leave.
Or stay.
You can't just stay here. You got to go up and down. Carl Cox says this one thing. He's like, listen, I make my sets. I don't prep my sets. He says, I just find one aha moment song, right? And that'll sell the whole set. Right? Like if you find that one aha song, maybe two, you can be like, oh shit, people are gonna remember because you either did this remix or you did that song that they forgot about. You did that. The rest of the set is they're probably talking, chilling, vibing. You get tranced.
My closing track for my birthday set is going to just blow everybody's mind.
Titanium. No, I'm sorry.
Not even close. Not even close.
Every festival for like 10 years had that in their set. Every time.
All right, guys. We're going to go to, on that note, we are going to go to commercial break. We're going to come back. We're going to do an interview with our guy, EYEawake, who is a producer, event organizer, mentor.
All that stuff.
I mean, the list goes on. Friend.
Okay.
So let's
keep dragging that out a little bit longer. Just take your time.
So we're going to go to commercial break. But before we go, please be sure to Follow, like, subscribe. Each of us. Ketone, Embrace, DJ Embrace, Rave Daddy Robbie, DJ Volume, DJ Rich Tampa.
You know,
Houseology
Live.
Live.
That's what we do
Humble
when we're
House
here every
Records.
Monday.
Call us at 727
342-0550. If you have
And,
any questions, concerns you want to talk with us about.
Get you on the air, hopefully.
If you need tips on
And
how to
stuff like that.
I don't know.
You love how I'm doing this. I'm just kind of like, I'm logging in. I'm like, wow, I hate it when I fucking clear out the cookies in my browser, bro. But anyways,
You need to get a yerba mate sponsor. I saw you drinking yerba.
I know. I
had
did.
yerba
I love
earlier,
yerba.
and that's why we're on the same frequency right now. You know what I'm saying? Like we got to do this more.
Hype on the inside.
That enlightenment.
I love yerba mate because it's not a lot of sugar.
Exactly.
Hey. There, see, yerba mate.
Yerba mate. Yerba mate.
Here's the
yerba
sponsor. Now we can go to break.
All right, guys. We will see you here in about 2 or 3 minutes. We're going to grab our guest, EYEawake, and we'll be back after this break.
And you were listening to Waiting for Tonight, the Ace Vito clip of that. I guess is a good way to phrase
big
that.
shout out to Ace Vito
Very
for sending that to us. We put that out on SoundCloud for her last year. Got a good response.
I liked it.
We are
That was
back.
a panic play, though.
Houseology Live at Moxy. And we have our guest, EYEawake. What's up, brother?
What's up? What's up? good to finally be here. With
Yes.
you
Oh,
folks.
I'm sorry. I will get the inappropriate time sound effect
It'll
here in
be
a minute.
in 20 seconds later.
Yes.
You leave those sound effects alone.
No.
don't
I have to
trust
do
you
it
in
now.
this
It's almost like
interview.
it's a bad part of the broadcast. It's like it has to happen this way now.
Well, thank you guys for joining us again on Houseology Live. We are live at the Moxy by Humble House Records. We have Rave Daddy Robbie. We have DJ Embrace, myself, DJ Ketone Volume out there checking
hello.
us, keeping us straight. And we have EYEawake in the building, co-founder or founder of Divine Freaks, mentor in the city, teaching people how to DJ and produce. Record label owner, which is brand new. You have some residencies, Taco Tuesdays with some techno and tequila.
Tomorrow,
you got some shit going on in the city. So
Thanks,
this is a perfect time to chat about all that. Before we get into it, tell the people where they can find you, what you go by, and what you do. Some of the things that you're doing.
Thank you. There it is.
Some of the things that you're doing.
Yeah, welcome to the show.
I'm
This is how we do it.
You can pretty much find me Spotify, SoundCloud. Like
EYEawake
you said,
music.
Divine,
EYEawake underscore music.
On
Yeah.
EYEawake_music. That is my
Yeah, that's
IG.
how we do that. We share our
Thank
social
you.
media handles.
At Divine Freak Collective.
Yes, which has been doing a lot of good things around the city.
Thank you, bro. We're
Yeah.
coming up close on 3 years, but yeah, I'm pretty much anywhere with the music, man. I stay very versatile, and if you're looking for lessons or wanting to produce, hit me up.
Nice.
Shameful plug.
No, plug it all. Where did the name EYEawake come from?
Man, that's I just remember driving one day, like really thinking about a name, and I couldn't come up with one. And then as soon as I stopped thinking about it, it just like already,
Yeah.
it was just like there.
I think he's been looking a long time to try and open up his third eye, and so therefore
I was thinking third eye too.
So was I.
Yeah, that
so
third
therefore
eye.
now his eye is awake.
Yeah.
I
Yours
mean,
is two over there.
it's
I
good.
see.
My eye is awake. Don't worry about my eye.
Okay.
This is why it's a radio show. No,
Same thing happened with me with the ketone. I could not, for the life of me, come up with anything, man. And then the only thing that I could think about was what are some of the nicknames that are associated with our family, and then boom, it just happened.
Nice. I like that. It's very fitting, bro. It's very fitting.
Thanks, man. So tell us more about Divine Freaks, where they're going. The future of Divine Freaks, because we know where you've been. Because if you live in St. Petersburg, you don't know about Divine Freaks. Yeah, that. If you lived in a city and you don't know about Divine Freaks, you're under a rock. So tell us where you guys are going.
I would say the same, man. We really tried putting our name out there and started from the ground up with just a couple of tops and a sub, and then having one of the best sound systems in
I'd
St.
agree.
Pete, Tampa Bay. So it took a lot of work.
And whose
it
sound
was,
system is that?
That's going to be Watt.
Yep.
WAAT.
Our good
Okay.
friend
The
Feder.
sexy purple white sound system.
I love those. I love those speakers. They're great. Great speakers.
Did they do the work? Did they do the job at Coastal Creative?
Yeah, I mean, we rent
'Cause
them out for sound and the production,
It looked lit.
lightings, lasers, but
Yeah.
yeah, just we really started with like community base, like getting the community in there. We have so many talent in Tampa Bay that do not get enough recognition. Incredible producers I can name. List goes on, and they never get booked. Why aren't
Yeah.
y'all booking these people?
Exactly. I don't know what's wrong.
So that's where we came in and gave them a platform, and also producing progressive house, techno, psytrance. I wasn't getting booked either, so I was like, I need to just do my own events. I know other people that play the same type of music,
Yep.
and just getting a group of people that share the vision creatively, artistically, musically, and obviously you butt heads sometimes in the business, but you grow from all of that.
That's business, baby.
Nah.
Yeah,
not
it's
in this
business. And you come all together. I mean, other people might have different ideas, and
Yeah.
you kind of just
Or the same.
stay balanced out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let's stay on that topic real quick, because actually I wanted to bring that up earlier. EDM.com, they put out an article that was saying majority of DJs think you get more success based on your social media. Or I forgot how the title went. The title was, I'll tell you in a second. Social media numbers matter more than talent. Now that's a bold statement, but majority of DJs believe that. And I got gigs because of my social media or whatever, because, you know, you're a business owner, you own a bar, or you want to start an event. People are going to pop up if you have numbers. And I feel like DJs who don't have talent get booked more because they have a bunch of friends. You know what I mean? Or they, you know.
Well,
and we resort to this every episode. We talk about this every episode.
I know. Well, you know, there is a particular member of the scene that recently has been playing a lot with a particular group, and this particular person only ended up having an Instagram June of last year, but somehow by December had 105,000 followers and has never DJ'd before. So,
well, yeah, I mean, that's,
you know, and gets booked.
It sucked that it is that
places.
way, but it absolutely is that way. Everybody is on their phone. Everybody's on social media. So if you look good in that aspect,
yeah,
I do have a 5-month purchasing followers plan. I'm just going to throw that out there now. If we talk about this in 5 months, I will have 150,000 followers. That's my goal, actually.
What is your opinion on it? What do you
Hopefully
think?
all in
Everybody
India.
needs some rave daddy in their life.
I think so. But I really need to pick up my Indian and Chinese audience. So that's probably why I'll work on that.
That is smart to do. And I don't care what anybody says. If you're not advertising yourself in India or China, you're missing out.
Yeah.
When I
It's
was
a big market.
EYEawake used to join me on my streaming show that I started. So here's something too I want to point out. This is kind of fun. When I started doing a streaming show right when COVID came, and I was just calling it Techno Tuesdays. That's all I was calling it. And he was a regular guest on the show, and
Nice.
as well as Sky Armada
Yep.
and Climber, and then our visuals were done by Bobby,
Yes.
and then Bobby is now also Carson's visual guy, and I was getting a lot of listeners from Germany and Russia, actually,
Yeah.
which was really cool. And then I just kind of stopped following because I just couldn't seem to get it off the ground. I was only getting like 20, 30 viewers at a time. I just couldn't seem to get above it. And I knew it was because of my social media following and stuff.
Yeah.
But honestly, it was hard enough sometimes to do a 3-hour live show like that. And it got to the point, like, it's just like anything. Like when we were at I'm rambling now, but when we were at Saigon, like, after 3 years, that you've
ran the
volume talk, talk about how much you enjoy having your Thursdays back.
I do.
And I was trying to do that show on Tuesdays, and it was just it was a little bit more harder, and it just didn't seem. I did it for like 4 or 5 months.
I remember that
think.
show. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
It was a party at your house, though.
It was.
So you forgot to put that part out.
Nah,
There was no
I
parties
don't know what
during
you're talking
COVID,
about.
but there was a party at your house.
Oh no, there
so-
were definitely plenty of parties in my house during COVID. Yeah, there were a lot of pictures deleted off the internet.
So
Yeah.
what do you think about the number situation in artistry?
I feel some type of way about it, but
Well, you can share on this program. We're
no,
we're
but
open
I
and
feel
honest.
like it just reminds me
Rich
of
is really open and honest.
what I experienced at Miami Music Week, which was my first time going this year, and they really honed in the first day on like making content. So if a producer or DJ is just good with their content game, I mean, that's probably what it is, because you can market that and set up ads and stuff like that. So I feel like it's a lot easier, but the biggest takeaway from that was like being authentic, like being
100%.
genuine, doing something that nobody else is doing. They just want to see like you and the day of life of whatever. You might have another hobby besides DJing, maybe incorporate that, or more incorporate like what music means to you and your projects, and like go into your songs and stuff. So I mean, I've been practicing because I'm not the best at that either, but I feel like that is a good way to grow. So if you do have numbers, and especially doing events, we also want to know like how many do our followers in Divine Freak Collective know this headliner or this DJ. So like we can kind of scale our demographics if it would even be good, because sometimes, I mean, we've had headliners too, and it's like they don't really promote as much, or they don't even have that big of a pull. So it's like you could just have a local headliner that could probably pull just as much people.
If you think
know?
about
So-
it, the last show I actually played with them, the headliner came on at midnight, and we happened to have a local guy, L'inventor, play before him.
Yeah.
And I was walking through the crowd talking to people, and actually everybody was
there
like,
for him?
"Who was that guy?" And because he really I teased the shit out of him too, because there ended up having to be a little swap stuff go on there because of that. So he wasn't supposed to be direct support.
Okay.
And I go up there and I was doing something and I slapped him on the back and I said, "Hey, don't forget your direct support. Don't fuck up." And I walked away.
See, you're infamous for that, man. You're so infamous for that.
No. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. But no. He ended up showing up really well, and he played great, and he really took it out. Like when I walked in, because I had to run an errand and come back, and when I walked in, I was like, I thought the headliner was on, and I walked in, and it was actually Anthony still playing,
Oh, nice.
who is also playing tomorrow at our very first
yes.
Techno Tacos in Tequila.
What made you guys do that? Tell us about that. Why Tuesday too?
We've
that's a
been
hard
working
day.
on
Jeez.
something
That's a
for
hard day.
like
It's marketing.
a couple years, I would
Yeah.
say, since I moved back to
When you were in
the
Denver.
area. So
Yeah.
I mean, it was like bound to happen sooner or later when we really started just trying to find a spot. Then
And
we
we're-
found a couple spots, but then got denied. So yeah, long
But
story
Tuesday?
short, yeah.
Oh no!
But like,
you'll be
I feel like
surprised.
Tuesday's great, honestly, because I like Tuesday. I celebrate Taco Tuesday all the fucking time. So if I can
Did
have
we
tacos
actually-
Does the brewery
included,
sell tacos there as well?
absolutely.
Oh yeah,
Let's go.
that's definitely going to be on the menu.
Yeah,
You know,
for
we
sure.
didn't actually clarify. I don't know. It could be a set of tacos or it could be several different tacos. We didn't actually look.
You got to pull up to find
Regardless
out.
of the fact, there will be a taco and there'll be several of them, so therefore tacos.
But
Yeah, I was going to ask you. I don't know if we ever quite. We didn't. Did we confirm? Is it also going to be the night? What do you call it? Industry night. Jesus.
It was like a
spit it
sale.
out. I think we were supposed to have. I think I don't know 100%. It might be industry night.
we mentioned it. I feel like that will be a perk.
Yeah,
'Cause
I'm not.
people will be
I'm not sure
off
if
as well.
we got there with that or not, or established it, or
That'd
maybe
be
it
cool.
did.
But I mean, there is no place that I can think of where you're gonna hear techno and you can socialize with your friends, have some food, and just like chill.
And it
you
goes
know,
7 to
like,
11.
What kind of sound system?
12.
They got like all new RCFs.
Yep.
Sound in
Oh,
there.
nice.
So,
4 subs, 4 18s.
Oh, it's already in there.
yeah,
yeah.
it's in there.
4 18s.
4 projectors.
2
We're ready.
2 left and right line
It
arrays.
sounds nothing chill about
No.
that. There's nothing chill
Well,
about that sound
exactly.
system.
No, that's.
So-
I mean, that's
No,
cool.
It's going to be fun.
Yeah, I'm bringing the kids out there. So
Well, and that's what the Keizo show did, though. I told him yesterday. I go, we have a problem, and he was like, and of course, I just left it at that. And he's like, what? And I was like, Keizo has lit a fire within me that's quite similar to a dumpster fire, and then I sent him a little dumpster fire emoji. But yeah, it's. I was going to go a little easy on everybody, but then he put me at the end, and I saw the Keizo show, and I don't know. If you're there,
You Shazammed real hard, didn't
I
you?
go on at 10:30, right? Isn't it 10:30?
Rave Daddy is coming out of his techno hiatus, everybody.
Yes.
So you've been
Oh my
warned.
god.
you know, Rave Daddy
Look
and
at him.
techno. is
Look at
like-
him. He's just ready right
cannot-
now. He cannot wait.
I cannot wait.
So tell us about this record label too. You guys just started. Is it just you, or it's you and Alejandro? I see Alejandro. He's
Yeah.
regularly involved in a lot of things.
Me,
techno.
Alejandro, and my brother Logan,
Okay.
DJ Torin.
Yep.
But me and Alejandro have been sitting on this EP for like over a year now. Sent it out to a bunch of big labels. Long story short, we sent it to Paul Oakenfold. He denied it, but he keeps playing it on his radio shows. So I was
let's
like,
go.
hold on, you're not gonna sign the track, but
I'm about to
You're
charge
gonna
you.
keep
Is it
playing
a, follow-
Has
is
he
it a
actually-
following situation?
what?
Is it a following situation?
What do you mean?
Like he doesn't believe that you have a big enough following?
I'm not sure.
He
He
didn't
just
give you a
said
reason?
his label's not accepting, but I went on my song
What-
stats and seen it.
Yeah.
What does he actually? Does he actually say anything before or after he plays the?
No, he just puts it in his radio shows.
Okay, gotcha.
So I was like, okay, I think that's a sign for me to us to start a label. Like,
Yeah.
there's a lot of other people doing it. You're
Yeah.
doing it, which was also inspiration.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah, we got a lot of local people in here, and I have connections in the United States and in Europe too, friends that produce. So I feel like, bringing the sound together, but also starting a record label and having Paul Oakenfold support one of your tracks.
That's
is
that's
also
major.
like a really good
That's major
start
for
too.
sure.
So I'm like, that's a no-brainer.
Perfect.
Yep.
You
Yeah,
guys are really
congratulations
going
on that, man.
for
That's dope.
a driving. Yeah,
Yeah,
big
congratulations,
ups.
big ups. Yeah, for sure.
You guys are really going for a darker, like driving more, like, like it's what's the name of the label? It's called Primal
Primal Frequency.
Frequencies.
So we're focusing on like primal and ethnic, more driving stuff.
Yeah,
Tribal, very
ethnic.
tribal.
That's the word I was looking for.
Oh yeah. Saw that.
Ideally, like 126 to 146.
Oh, that's
in
pretty
there,
wide.
You know?
That's pretty
So,
wide.
Okay.
So you
Yeah.
can start off chill and gradually build that up to that,
Yeah,
you know.
exactly. I mean, once you put like the rolling bass lines at like 126, 128, it sounds a lot faster than what it is,
Yep.
you know, because you just get that rhythm and that groove. But yeah, I mean, I feel like that's a good way to have a proper flow of BPMs, kind of like how we do our party. You played with us before. We start out with like house, progressive, and then into techno, and end with a little bit more techno, and then end with side trance. So it's like you get a constant flow, and it's great.
It's on, isn't it? Sorry.
That sounds fun actually, because like you get to see, like, if you got people come in the earlier in the show, right, and they like the house, they're not expecting to get into that, and you might turn them on to a different genre as you go through the night. You know, the house
Exactly.
people might, I'm just here at the 125, I'm a groove. 1 o'clock rolls around. Now you know their shirts off. Poof.
I'll tell you what though,
Exactly.
y'all do it.
Oh, shit.
Y'all do it proper.
Yeah.
You know,
bro.
y'all have gotten me. I've caught myself one time or another. Like, damn, I'm fucking. You know,
Been turning up, man.
yeah. You guys do really proper in that. And so, what? Let's go in a little bit into the Divine Freaks. I know you have a little bit more time. You guys have been orchestrating this for a while. Who are your partners with that? What's the future for Divine Freaks, or is Divine Freaks going to continue its motions and events, or are you guys moving into something else?
That's a good question. So another co-founder, Patrick, Breathe to the Beat. We started with another one too, but he ended up moving, so it was just us two. And then we have, Ananda. She's the head of decorations and doing the lounge and stuff, so that's a huge pillar.
Nice.
And then of course my brother always helping on the back end of things too. But yeah, I mean, these last two shows we had really big headliners, and it just goes to show like people are still finding out about us.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're just trying to focus more on like finding new venues, so it's a new experience for people, and bringing in more talent.
And that's why
things like that.
Bay Borough's nice too, by the way. It's not, of course, as big as Coastal Creative, but it still has. They have a decent space over there.
For sure, yeah.
And that's one of the things we really liked about it. Where again, I'm repeating this over and over again, but I've actually met a lot of people who think our event is going from, and I'm going to come back to that. I'm sorry, I didn't Shanghai your conversation, but everybody thinks it's going till 3 a.m. and it's going from 7 to midnight.
Yeah.
On purpose.
Yeah.
Because it's earlier, but there's tables and everything and stuff over there, and this is going on as comment about finding new venues. Sometimes you have to just look around and find the right venue for what it is.
Yeah.
And with what we're doing on Tuesday, that's kind of what ended up happening with there. Here in St. Pete, we've talked about it before. We do have kind of a little bit of a lacking for solid venues that you can go and have shows at on a regular basis that you're not going to be getting sound complaints and shit like that about, because that just seems to be an ongoing issue here.
Well, it doesn't always have to be a club that is 11 to 2 a.m. Like the 7 to 12 is a great time.
Sure.
And
Janice goes till 12 on weekends. Yeah.
Or even a daytime, or the
Most people
coffee
want
show.
early shows now.
Yes.
That's true. That's
People
very
want
true.
it. I want it. Shit, I
Well,
don't want to be out till 3 a.m.
Even
anymore.
the headliner at my last show went on at midnight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I think there was a conversation about who. Do you remember who that? Did you read that article? Who was it? It was a techno DJ that posted something about going on at 11 o'clock or something like that at her shows. It was a female. Can't think of who it is now.
I know
who you're talking about.
though.
I can't bring it up either. But yeah, early shows are just where it's at right now.
Yeah.
Like, especially for the people who are buying. The kids want to be out, but they ain't buying.
Nah,
you
they're
know what I
not.
mean? If you want buyers, you make an early show. Oh, you know whose show was early too that I enjoyed? Lane 8. Sam and I went to see Lane 8. Were you there?
At the Baycare?
Yeah. We were there, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Did I run into you?
I don't. Maybe.
I don't know. There's so many people were there. I don't-
Yeah.
But I was.
That was the
I
first time I've been there. It's a nice venue.
That
That's
was
what I
great.
heard.
That was a great
That's what I
show.
Heard the sound
More
system
house
amazing.
music there for sure.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
Yep.
Yeah, and you're so you're a mentor and a teacher. You teach kids how to produce and stuff like that.
Yeah,
how's that
actually, no kids actually, but I mean,
Well, not kids.
yeah,
but just
yeah,
like,
yeah.
you know,
But
teaching people.
I'm teaching here. I mean, there is other people that teach, but I feel like the difference between what you're gonna get at like these academies and the online stuff, you're gonna get like hands-on and know how to do a proper workflow, because that's what worked for me when I started learning how to
Yep.
produce, and like sitting down with someone, having my questions answered.
Yep.
And then going home and just like replicating it again and again, and always finding new stuff. I mean, I'm not like tooting my own horn. I got like a lot of tracks out, but like I'm still always learning stuff.
Yep.
And I'm
Yeah,
just
absolutely.
like,
Yep.
damn, I still have like so much more to learn and things like that. But when you can understand the basics and be an expert at that, I feel like that's a really good point for anyone to start producing like good quality tracks.
Yeah,
for
sure.
And it's
I've
not
heard-
that hard. You just got to put in the time and effort for it.
Oh,
Just
it's
like
always
anything.
time.
It's like
1,000
anything,
10,000 hours.
And I feel like
Yeah.
that's where people, they get frustrated and they don't have someone to help them or walk through their projects or whatever, give good feedback. So yeah, I feel like it's going good. I need to start
That's good,
promoting
man.
a little bit more.
You've got some good testimonials out there. You need to post those, because I've heard from at least 3 people now that they really enjoy learning either how to DJ or how to produce from you. So
Oh yeah, I do need to do that. I've been told. Yeah, bro. This
Yeah,
is the
it's
time.
hard. Like you have a collective, you have a label. Ketone, you have a collective, you have a label. You can't just do it with just you and a partner. It has to be you, another guy, this
Oh, yeah.
person, somebody to hold you accountable, this and this and that. And I know a lot of DJs out there who wants to start having their own events because they're not getting booked. It takes more than just you and your friend who can DJ. Y'all got to have friends. Y'all got to have supporters. Y'all got to have marketers. Y'all got to do the marketing yourself. You got to make content. It is so much before you get to a point where you're like having a following and all that stuff. But if you love the art, it don't matter how long it takes, right?
Yep.
Just keep doing it.
Just keep
Just
going.
keep doing it. You know what I mean?
You're pretty talkative today.
what's your
That enlightenment.
that yerba
know.
That
mate?
yerba mate.
I know. I can
Send
see
us a
that,
free
man.
case.
I was like, man, Mike's over here. He's got a lot to say.
I had a great
Almost
weekend.
As much
It
as
was
me.
it was pretty solid. It was a great weekend.
I love that, man. I love that.
It was a fun weekend.
You
actually.
chatted the fuck up. All right, you
Yeah,
keep
yeah.
going.
Yeah.
I'm not downing on him.
No, I know.
I'm pointing it out like it's a positive thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah.
But before we let
I'm not
you go,
saying like shut up. You're talking too much. That's not what I meant. Jeez, you always got to
I
paint
know
me as
that.
the bad guy.
No, never,
all the time.
never. Before we
I didn't take that.
Before we let you go, EYEawake, give us one advice that you would give to some of the producers or artists in the community, and your experience on, from EYEawake. This is my advice from EYEawake to the people.
Just know that the music is bigger than all of us, and don't be
Amen.
shy to reach out to people that inspire you. Maybe they might have a different music taste, but me personally, like, I've had producers that I just hit up and just asked if they did like a production course or whatever, and then we hop on Zoom, and I'm like, holy shit, I'm like on Zoom with one of my favorite producers, like actually learning some stuff. But like, put yourself out there. Like, if you want to learn, like, just start reaching out and just ask, and we can do it all together. Like I said, it's bigger than us all. So if we can all collaborate and work together, work different ideas, like, we're all winning. You know what I mean? So
I love that, man. I love that so much. So I just want to say congratulations on everything that you guys have been doing around the city.
Thank you.
And more. And
Where can I find you at?
Yes.
just like EYEawake on Spotify, and then EYEawake Music on my IG, EYEawake on Facebook, That's EYEAWAKE, no spaces.
There you go, guys. You've heard it first. With a great interview with EYEawake.
We gotta have him back on. I think we gotta do a part 2. I got an idea.
Okay,
let's do it.
We'll get you back on.
I love that. All right, guys. So stay tuned. We're gonna hit a commercial break. We're gonna be back with our next guest, NJP, out of Detroit. He's
what up, Joe?
Yeah, Detroit in the building. We love you guys so much. Thank you again, Carson. We really appreciate having you on,
bro. Thanks.
And we'll see you guys in a bit.
And we're back. That's Neil Owens.
Neil Owens.
You're My Soul.
Great
Something
track.
nice and chill for the break. Hope you all enjoyed it.
That was a great track.
I know. I like that a lot.
I love everything. I'm so glad that when you listen back to all the things that you put out and are accepted, and you're like, damn,
that's actually pretty good.
We really
gotta
did.
Pop your collar on that one for sure.
Yeah.
Before you got back on, NJP, by the way, was like, you guys, I've never been on nothing this professional. He called this podcast professional.
Whoa,
Hey,
look
you
at
guys
that.
Look at
Wow.
us.
You guys are doing it good. I like it.
Appreciate that. We're making moves.
Thanks. That's a hell of a compliment. We appreciate it. Welcome, guys, back to Houseology Live. I am DJ Ketone. We got DJ Embrace over there. We got Rave Daddy Robbie on the other side of the camera here. And we are now joined by NJP.
Yo. 30 seconds later.
You know, I'm just not on it today, guys. It's just the
It's
sound
a
effects
Monday.
are even way worse off than they usually are.
Oh, it's fine, man. We got NJP coming straight out of Detroit.
Right over here.
Welcome, brother.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
You know, I first met you, was it last year?
Yeah.
It was last year, right?
It was January last year.
February, January?
Yeah.
And you came down.
Sorry, it's just a thing now. We have to do the sound effects when they're the worst placed possibly in the program.
It's always
That's
it's
the
like
professional
that.
part.
That's-
We
it's
work
so
hard at that.
professional.
Yes,
I love
that's
it.
what we do.
As long as it's intentional, it's professional.
Yeah.
Right?
No, but we met you last year through our good friend Jenny,
Yeah.
and she introduced you as a very skilled producer, and she was like, you definitely have to listen to his track. His tracks, his music, and you submitted a song to us called "I Do."
I did.
And as soon as I heard it, I was like, "Yep, let's get him on here." And fortunate enough, when the song came out, you were able to be down here and play with us at Saigon Blonde for that, and you signed your contract that day.
Yeah, that was fun.
That was cool.
That was probably the coolest contract signing I've done. Like, I get to be on Facebook Live with the label boss, and I get to sign my rights away.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Illuminati.
Yes.
Welcome.
We appreciate those rights. No.
I'll expect my royalties check.
Yes, it is coming.
What royalties? I'm Debo.
No, but that was a great track. It actually did very well. It's still doing numbers.
Yeah.
So big ups to you. And I just have to tell everybody we're live at Moxy Hotel here in downtown St. Petersburg. And you're from Detroit.
I am. Well, I'm outside of Detroit in the suburbs.
Okay.
Not a true Detroiter, but I'm there all the time, so I like to say
That was what
honorary Detroiter.
I grew up in Ohio, and that was when I would go for. Rude. When I would go up there for work, I was going to say I used to like going to Detroit, but never mind now.
I'm sorry.
You know, I have family in
I
Detroit.
have to do it.
No, you know it was scary though after 2008 when I would go up there, man, and like in 2010 and all that. Maybe you saw some movies that maybe were about the economy and stuff, and they might have featured Detroit, and it really was scary, like empty in the main heart of Detroit, like because I would be going there. Like a couple of the TV stations are like right in the middle, just around the downtown area, man, and the malls were just empty, like 6 cars in the lots. Not that malls are popular anymore, but it was kind of wild.
Yeah, it's getting busier now.
Yeah.
Best chili dogs ever, though.
Yeah.
That's good, man.
Coney
Best chili
dogs.
I see you putting in some work, man.
Yeah,
you
I'm trying.
actually have been working with Allegro, right?
Yes, I have, yeah.
He's came down. He's worked with us in the past.
Yeah.
And is Nick still working with everybody there with Allegro?
Nick.
I
There's a lot of
can't
Nicks
put
I
my.
know.
Yeah, I'm sure there's a lot of Nicks.
Isn't your name Nick? Yeah. For those who don't know.
But Allegro came down, did some work. Fantastic DJ. And I don't know, is he producing too? Are you guys producing together?
Him and I are actually working on a track together.
Okay.
It's almost done actually, but him and I were on the same lineup. We opened up for K's. I don't know if you know him, but he's worked with Hardwell a lot like in the past doing Big Room, and he's kind of gone on that transition to do like the Big Room techno, I guess they call it now. So they brought him to Detroit. I was the opener, and he was direct support, and we got to do a little back to back in the middle between our sets, and we played our track during that. So it was,
nice.
it was really cool to play that there together. But he's starting to get into the producing game. He's been DJing for a long time.
Nice.
And he's starting to get into producing. So I've had him over to the studio a lot. He lives like maybe 10 minutes away from me or something.
Yeah.
So
How
we're
long
really
have you
close
been
by.
producing?
I've been producing since I was 12 years old.
Oh,
So
wow.
It's been 11 years.
No wonder it's so polished.
Right.
You play any other instruments growing up?
I played piano in like 3rd grade.
Okay,
I took
nice.
piano lessons, and
Yep.
I worked with my piano teacher to create my own music. Because I got
Sick.
bored of reading just
Yeah.
like hot cross buns on the sheet music. But I always struggle reading music. I think every musician does struggle. That's the main part. Is reading music.
but
Well, that's nice. He's actually a musician, though. He can read music and he knows chord structure and
song
stuff like
structure.
can't
that.
read music, but
Sort of read music.
right. But I've always been in like music classes and stuff in high school and middle school. I
which
was in-
helps.
Yeah, so we started learning some music theory there. So
Yeah, that's
all
cool.
4 years of high school, I was in choir, and our instructor, he taught us music theory after our final concert until the rest of class ended every year. So I actually learned a lot from that I translated into FL Studio.
Yep. And you said you went to Stony Creek High School?
I did go to Stony Creek High School.
Yep.
Shout out Cougars.
I think we played you guys in football. I was at Utica High. So, yeah, we played you guys. But, yeah, it's small town, small worlds, have you down here. So
Right.
it's pretty cool.
Detroit is huge.
Well, Metro Detroit, yeah.
Yeah.
Huge. And so in order to that it says a lot about your persistence and what you're doing to have these kinds of shows, to be playing in big clubs and pursuing this, this avenue is not easy, and Detroit's like one of the founding places of this kind of music, the music that we love and we've been pursuing. It's been going for what, 30, almost 40 years
Almost
now,
40
and
years,
they're
Long
crazy, and I hope I'm hoping you really cement yourself in this game, because I feel like your level of production can be, changing up there. So with that being said, tell us a little bit more about like what you're producing, the sound you're going for, for the future of NJP.
Yeah, so I'm still deciding on that for myself. I've worked a lot on crisping up my sound over the past year from releasing I Do.
Yeah.
There's like one specific technique I changed that leveled up my productions. I'll reveal it to you guys. Give a little sneak peek here into the
All right, I love
NJP
that.
secrets. I set my kick. I saw this in I don't know the YouTube channel, but I saw it on some YouTube channel. It was just like one really quick tip in a video that he just brushed right over. And it was set the kick at negative 12 dB and set the sub bass to negative 15 and mix everything else around that.
Okay.
And I mix everything really quiet with a lot of headroom,
Yeah.
which a lot of people don't do, which surprises me. And that alone for mixing and also paying attention, making sure as you're producing, I have a plugin called Isolate where you can change I put it on my master and I change it to between mono and stereo.
Okay.
And it isolates to play just what the stereo field's playing and just what the mono field's playing.
Okay.
So I can make sure that if it's being played like in a club where a lot of sound systems are just mono, that it sounds good on both.
Yeah.
Which a lot of people don't pay attention to. They'll just, if it sounds good in my headphones, it's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the hardest part because you'll make it in your headphones or at your studio monitor, and then you got to do the car test, and then the car test to the club test, and there'll be 3 different sounds.
Oh yeah.
I love doing the car test. I have spent in one night in my studio, exported a track, upload it to SoundCloud, get in my car, drive at like 2 a.m. to the parking lot because I live in a condo, so I got neighbors close by, and I will go to the grocery store parking lot a mile down the road, and I'll put my car full blast, bass boosted all the way up, and I will just bump my track.
That's the best.
Go
feeling.
back to the studio and make
Tweak
like
it.
3 trips in the same night. And I'll do that from like 2 to 4 in the morning, just tweaking.
Gets
the
pulled
track.
over by the cops. What are you doing driving back and forth?
Testing my music.
Check out my track.
Now that we're here.
It's like there's actually a scientific reason I'm doing this, sir. Just in case you're wondering.
So
Research.
I know you did like you sent us a tech house track. Is that along the lines that you are staying in, or you want to go?
No.
Are you going to techno and
So I have
'cause Detroit
actually
is techno.
with my
I feel.
with my
It
good
is.
buddy shout out Arcs. Him and I have a duo called 212, and it has nothing to do with the New York area code. We found that out after we launched it. We're like, shit, that doesn't. Can I swear?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, we're like, shit,
And
that
there's a
doesn't
song
work.
called 212.
Is there?
Yeah.
Yes,
Great.
there is.
And the
All right.
212.
Yes.
Our birthdays are right next to each other. Mine's February 1st. His is February 2nd.
Okay.
So we did it for February 1st and 2nd.
Yeah, I like
So
that. Creative.
That's
I
where
like
it
that.
came from. And we're like, well, whatever.
That's good.
Like it was good an idea
it
at one
was,
point in time.
you know.
Now everybody thinks I'm from New York.
Is that a techno duo?
That is. So that's more like techno, melodic techno. We call it like open air techno.
Okay.
Like the drum codes type of style we're doing for that. With a little bit of like tech house influence to it. We don't want to be like straight techno. We're still kind of figuring that out too. We have a couple tracks we're working on together, and kind of fine tweaking that sound.
Okay.
But as for myself, I'm going more towards the melodic side of music. So like melodic house, some melodic techno as well. But I'm kind of drifting away from just the straight tech house. I mean, I got bored of it. I did it for a long time, and
I think it's phasing out.
It is.
It's
it really
phasing
is.
out.
Yeah.
People need the melodies, and they don't realize it.
Yeah.
Wait, I'm sorry. We were just saying tech house is phasing out. Was that
Yes.
what? Yeah. Yeah. No, I had somebody mention that to me the other day. What was I playing? Oh, like, wait, maybe it was you said it. I don't know. Somebody I was talking to about it, and they said that they were just down at Ultra, and they came back from Ultra, and they were like, it feels like there's a lot more dancey stuff being played than there is tech house. Like the tech house might starting to stream out a little bit. And I've also noticed that in the tech house genre on Beatport, when I've been playing stuff, I've always liked the darker stuff that's in there anyways. That there's a lot of tech house that skirts right on like techno. And,
The subgenre is like the minimal techno, which is like the Beltrans and those kind of people that are pushing out that 128. That's like a techno, but in a little bit more electro. So.
If I get to play a longer techno set, sometimes I might start with darker tech house. And work my way into techno.
That works.
I have a folder called Dark Tech House. Just for that.
But there's a lot of good dark tech house though.
Yeah.
Like that driving, but
yeah.
they bring it to about 132, and then you go, oh, it's good stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
Love that shit.
So tell us about NJP and the name.
The name is just my initials. It's original because it's original to me, but it's not original at all. I couldn't decide on anything.
Yeah.
I've gone back and forth between some stuff over the years, doing this for 11 years, and I don't even want to say because they're all embarrassing. Just names I thought of back in high school. I'm like, I don't even want to bring them up.
Let's do that. What was your first DJ name?
Oh, mine?
Yes.
Oh.
Because I remember mine. I only had.
I actually started with it.
Okay.
Yeah. I didn't launch anything. It was DJ Ketone.
Okay.
And then I dropped the DJ because I wanted to be more than just that.
Yep.
I felt like if I just left the DJ there, that everybody would, and it was, I just wanted to be a one word thing.
Yeah.
Is Ketone like? Did I see a post or something? Is there something in the family the Ketone came from, or did you come up with it on your own?
No. Well, so my father had
to not say you're on not being original. I was just, but I swear,
No,
I thought I saw something one time.
Yeah, my dad came up. My dad's email address when AOL first started, and he had an email.
You got mail.
I like that.
His email was Ketone34, and I could never come up with a name. And
that's perfect.
And
like
he
that.
was like, and I was like, oh, you know what? That's the nickname right
There you
there.
go.
So,
Nick, what was your first DJ name?
All right. I'll
yeah, tell us.
So the first one was. This is horrible, by the way. I was really into the movie, or not the movie, the video game Assassin's Creed at the time.
Okay.
So I did Assassin Nation.
Was your friend?
I like it though. It's pretty good though. Assassination. I like
That's
it.
a good first one.
It's a good one. Mine
about
was
you?
Assassin Space Nation.
Yes, yeah.
Underscore or space.
It was a space.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go. Mine was DJ TKO, and I did used to play techno back in the day.
Yeah,
So instead of technical knockout, it was techno knockout.
I thought it was from Techno Bowl for the Nintendo.
I'm not that old.
All right, Rave Daddy. Did you have a first name?
I did
You've
not.
always been Rave
always
Daddy?
been Rave Daddy Robbie.
right.
Right
Unfortunately,
out the womb, he was raved.
I did used to. I'll loop back real quick. My first online name was based. It was MAC. Okay, so I'm much older than all of you, unfortunately. But MACD1G because I took it from high school during the early '90s, and the term was the Mac.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then I kind of bonicked it up a little bit with D1G, Mac the 1G.
Okay.
Mac the 1G.
Oh, Mac the one.
Because I got D1G from the brother of the owner of the Sicilian restaurant I used to work with, and their last names began with a G, so he had D1G on his license plate, and then I put Mac in front of it. And I had that actually. It's still.
It's easier. You chose your name just to be Nick, your initials. Much easier than the owner's
Thank you.
sister's cousin.
It was great, but it was creative.
Pizza.
Their license
But it was
plate.
creative. It was creative. You gotta give me creative points.
It was.
Though. I mean,
It was.
I thought it was like Mac Daddy type of thing.
No. No. I mean, well, that's kind of where Mac did come from. But, you know, like, I mean, the late
1800s.
In the late 1800s.
The late 80s, rather, that was, you know, a lot of the hip-hop terms and stuff. And they were always talking about the Mac and all that kind of stuff. So that's the kind of where it was from.
Of
like,
course, Rave Daddy.
now
be
it
the Mac
sounds
Daddy
stupid.
before.
But my email address, my personal one, still is macd1g@yahoo.com. I've had it for 26 years.
Oh, wow.
No, 20. Oh, my God.
At netgear.com?
No, yeah.
At Yahoo. Netgear.
Very funny. 35.
You know, that's crazy because
35 years now that I just think about it. That's crazy.
I've had some of my my personal emails for a very long time. We're in 2025 and I started these emails in like 06 and so to think about how long it's actually been is wild.
Yep.
Anyhow,
Cell phone numbers are the same.
I want to talk about movement. How many times have you been to DIMF and Movement? So for y'all don't know,
Movement
as a festival in Detroit, it's been going on since forever.
Yeah.
It is a
I've never
great
been.
festival.
I've
It
wanted
is
to go.
Awesome. It's a great festival.
Techno.
I always get imposter syndrome talking about this because I went once and it was last
no.
year. I
No
know.
way.
Keep in mind, I am 23 years old.
Okay, got you.
Lived experience in the music industry is not super long.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, 2 years ago, I could start drinking.
Yeah.
So most of the places I couldn't even go to.
That beard fools us, man.
It does.
Yeah.
I have people thinking I'm like 35.
Yeah.
And I'm like, ouch, every time.
Take it good because
When I was 16 and I didn't get carded with ordering at Olive Garden with my dad, I was like, this is kind of cool. And now I'm like, this is...
Nobody asked me for my ID anymore, and I just turned 21.
I know. I'm like, dang.
Yeah, actually, the Movement's at the end of May. I just brought it up on our Instagram.
Yep.
Phenomenal festival. It's always got a
I've
great
always
lineup.
wanted to go. I just
so
No,
good.
never make time.
It's
an
Memorial
amazing
Day
festival.
weekend. It's tough, unless you're up in that area. It's really hard to get out there. But what's dope about Movement is Detroit is 15 minutes away from Canada. So we used to
North of Canada.
Yeah. So you got on the bridge or the tunnel. I prefer the tunnel. In about 30 minutes, if there's no traffic, you can get to Canada where the legal drinking age is 18 now or 19. So that's what I did in high school. We would go over there, stay the day, and hang out with some college kids and just get wasted.
And the strip clubs are 18, I think, if I remember
Yeah.
correctly.
Yeah, and they have these coins. They don't have them no more.
Not that I know anything about that.
They call loonies and toonies. So they were $5 and $10 coins.
Yep.
We would go to the strip club with those coins.
throw coins at the.
It's like
That used to be a joke
Yo,
for
you
me.
can't
I
do
can't
that.
believe that's an actual thing.
We used to do that.
It's
We
like-
got kicked out for like throwing.
it's like buying a
coins
soda
at-
out of a 1990s soda machine.
That was the shit. Like I had like $30 in coins. Like what am I gonna do with this? I can't Ding, make it rain. Ding.
It's like a
That's
vending
wild.
machine.
That's
Vending
wild.
machine. E7.
So tell it.
God, I got. Remind me someday. I got a great Canadian strip club story for you
That's
guys.
Funny.
Oh,
God.
jeez.
All right. Going off the rails.
Yeah. So the future of NJP is either something melodic or techno-y, and then you have 212, which is a duo with you and what's his name?
His name's Arcs.
Arcs. Okay. All right. We definitely got to send us some music. Send us some more music.
Yeah, I've got 10 IDs I'm sitting on right now. There's 2 of them are completely done. One of them, most of them are about 70%.
Okay.
There's a couple that just.
What makes you think that they're not done?
Oh, they're just missing a lot of stuff.
Oh, okay, okay,
It's
okay.
like we have like up to the first drop.
Oh,
It's
okay.
like
Most times people will have a finished track and they'll think it's not done, and I'm like, bro, it's probably done.
Yeah.
It's probably done. But okay, so NJP, you're from Detroit. Do you do any other shows outside of Detroit?
Well, I've played here twice at Saigon. I haven't traveled to DJ in a while, but I have played in Oklahoma.
Oh, nice.
'Cause I have some friends that are there. Actually, my buddy Robbie there. Shout out Robbie. He's getting married, and
Shout out Robbie.
Well,
Shout out Robbie.
he got married didn't do a ceremony, so he's doing the ceremony now. So I'm standing up in his wedding, so I'll be there in about 2
Nice.
weeks.
Okay.
But yeah, I made some connections there when I was visiting him one
What
time.
part of Oklahoma?
Just out of Oklahoma City. He's
Okay.
He's a little bit southwest, like 40 minutes out of the city.
Okay.
So not too far away. But I've played there at 2 different places. There's one called 47 Lounge, and another place called Las Locas.
Okay.
So and that was all.
I heard of Los Locas through like a Club Killers DJ who said people sleep on that town and that club.
They
gets
do.
lit.
Honestly, they've got a pretty decent community there.
That's what I heard.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. And they're all really close too. So
Yeah.
when I was there, like I had like there was like 5 other local DJs that just came. They heard I was in town. They're like, "Are you NJP?" I'm like, "What is this place?" I'm like, "What?" I'm like, "What's happening right
Local
now?"
celebrity,
yeah.
like,
like they all came out to support and stuff, and it was really
awesome.
cool.
I love that.
How's the scene in Detroit? Because I haven't been there since shit. I moved from the D in 2012. That shows you how old I am. And I haven't been back to visit since like 2019. What's the electronic scene like now? And how is it different from Tampa?
I haven't been to Tampa too much.
Or
in
St.
the
Pete.
scene,
We're St.
or
Pete.
even
Yeah,
in
here,
St. Pete.
here,
Yeah,
yeah.
I haven't been in the scene here too much.
Okay.
I've only been here a couple times where I've actually gone out and
Yep.
And the times I have, like I've only come here to DJ. I've never gone to a show here.
Okay,
or
gotcha.
anything. So I haven't had too much experience here in the scene, which I want to. I'm hoping I can come to your event tomorrow night. Because I know me and my dad and my brother are going to Orlando tomorrow.
Oh, nice.
So I'm hoping by the time we come back, because we're just going for the day, I might be able to make it. So we'll see.
Techno taco.
Yeah.
Tacos and techno and tequila.
Yeah.
Oh, that's Rave Daddy.
Yeah,
Oh, that's you.
That's
Me and
Rave
Carson and I. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
the
might
guy was
make
out
it.
there.
I don't-
Oh,
we'll
we're
see,
gonna
we'll
be
see.
out there. We're gonna grab
Yeah.
some tacos, no tequila for me, and definitely get hit with it by some techno.
Yeah.
You know, I'm going to be really upset if the tacos are bad there because that's
Don't put that out there. Don't put that out. There's gonna be some great tacos. All right, great.
No,
tacos.
no, I know they are. I've actually had them before already. I'm joking. I'm joking. Just we've talked the tacos up a lot.
Right. Well, to answer your question though, for the scene, the different, or at least in Detroit, for what I can speak for, it's a very saturated scene. I'll say that, but it's a very tight community.
Yep.
And there's a lot of good friendships I've made from it. In the time I've been there, I am relatively new to the scene there. I mean, I've been producing for a long time, but
Sure.
DJing, I've only been DJing for about 2 years because I never started going out until after I turned 21.
Okay.
So I've only been in the scene a little over 2 years.
Gotcha.
But
It was
from what I've met, everybody welcomed me in right away.
That's good.
And everybody's been super nice and super helpful with everything and introducing you to other people and stuff. I've made some great friendships.
Yeah, it used to be very underground. Like there wasn't a huge like electronic regular show you can go to, which was dope because when you did go see a DJ play, it wasn't a lot of people. It
Yeah.
was at a venue that only existed because of that night. A lot of warehouse shows.
There are, yeah.
Yeah.
The Russell Industrial Center is the main place for
Yes,
that.
that's still there.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, that's sick. It's
That's
a
still- yeah, a
huge
lot of
building,
movement after
graffiti,
parties.
all that stuff. Yeah, for sure, that's sick.
Yeah.
And the misconception of Detroit, because people think of 8 Mile or whatever and all that shit, the best people come out of the Midwest. You know, I agree that, you know, even though Ohio, there's a rivalry, and Chicago, there's a rivalry, the best people you will meet is Chicago. They say Southern hospitality. I feel like Midwest hospitality is much better.
I agree.
You know what I mean? Like, the best people I ever met, I'm still friends with to this day, 30 years strong, from people from Detroit, people from Ohio, people from Chicago. You know, and some of the people down here in Florida are from those places.
Oh, yeah.
Which is why I'm still friends with them today. Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think that producing before you started DJing helped you in the scene?
100%.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, because the second I came in and I like introduced myself as like a newbie, and everyone's like, "You know what you're doing?" I'm like, "Yeah, I've been doing this in my bedroom for the past 10 years." So,
Yeah. Good.
know a little bit.
Do you steal? We was talking about some earlier.
Yeah.
Do you get influenced, and do you? I don't want to say the word steal.
No,
It
it's
sounds
that's
bad,
it's
but they
the
said
deal.
it.
It's the deal.
We were talking about earlier. Hugo, Dom, Dalla, they steal in multiple places and use that and reimagine a song.
I wouldn't say steal. I don't like that word.
Nobody likes the word.
No
but-
one likes the
yeah,
word.
do.
But
It's what it is.
It is what it is.
True. Yeah, but I will say I do take a lot of inspiration from other tracks that I've heard from bigger artists. So I'll say like, "Hey, I like that bass line," and I'll recreate it in my own way.
That's
Or I'll
exactly
see
what they do.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So it's not necessarily taking the exact same bass line, but I'll study the elements of like how does the MIDI sound like it's going. Like, one thing I like to do with my rolling bass lines is to go up an octave. So I'll leave out
Sure.
the first note of the the eighth notes for every beat.
Yeah.
There's 4 notes. I'll leave out the first one and then have 3 eighth notes afterwards. And then the second one of those 3 will be up an octave.
It gives it variation.
So it helps it feel bouncy. I learned that from John Summit.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Very cool.
Awesome.
Do you ever steal samples?
No,
No?
Splice.
Oh.
I barely have a sample library on my computer. Anytime I'm looking for something, I just go to Splice. Well, I guess that's kind of stealing because you're using something someone
I
else
get
made.
flagged
But
from Splice stuff.
Oh, do you really?
Yeah, I have. Yeah.
But doesn't Splice stuff you do pay royalties on it, don't you? Yeah, that's what I thought. So it's not technically
you
stealing.
pay monthly and then you get a certain amount of credit. So you're still technically buying the rights to that sample to use
Yeah,
it, but it's
that's-
just non-exclusive rights.
Yeah.
Got it.
So
Which means you can't make a song until you reach out to the person, or you can't monetize the song that you use from Splice.
No, you can.
You can.
yeah,
Okay.
You can.
Yeah, you don't have to.
There
'Cause
are
you're
certain...
paying the royalties for the bit.
Okay.
So yeah.
Gotcha.
I have had a label reach out before though, using a Splice vocal in the past, where they said, "Where did you get this vocal from?"
Yeah.
And I said, "It's from Splice." They said, "Can you send us the link?"
Okay.
And I guess they wanted to check to make sure.
And they
that
probably
we
had to do the
rights.
back end work.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they say, okay, this is from Splice, and then at that point, I guess they assume that you did buy it.
Yep.
It's 1 credit for a vocal, which
from
like
Splice, you
quarter
don't...
of a penny or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you won't technically run into any problems until your song, unless your song is streaming like millions of millions of streams. Then you have to do a more commercial license with Splice.
Yeah.
But that's cool. I like Splice. I've started taking actual samples from old songs now because it's just it works.
Yeah, I've
It
wanted
works.
to
Great
get into
song.
that, but I'm scared of the legality behind that.
Do
part.
it.
Do it.
Just
it.
try it. And
Try
put
it
it
out.
on SoundCloud for free. And
I'll
if they
release it on
flag
your
you,
label,
yeah.
so you'll get in trouble.
I won't get in trouble. I won't get in trouble. I'll clear that shit real quick.
Yeah, that's the part. I'm like, because there's some stuff I want to do, and I'm like, I don't know how to get this cleared.
Oh, dude, hit
it's-
us up.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
hit
will.
us up. We've figured out how to clear covers, how to clear actual licenses for songs. Hit us up. I'll just show
There's
it to
been
you.
workarounds. You see, like sometimes if there's a vocal, they'll find a singer and re-sing the vocal.
Yeah, that's another workaround.
You know?
And we can just get a cover license and stuff like that for you, or show you how to get
That's
one.
the part I don't know anything about.
Yeah, we'd
that
love
side of it.
to. I'd love to teach you. and show
How
you
old
that
is
stuff.
old?
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Like 80s, 90s.
Oh, geez, that's not
That's
not old to me.
that's
I was
old for
thinking
ho-
like 60s, 70s or something.
But that's old
like,
for house music.
Yeah, well,
you
no,
know,
it
hope
is,
for
yeah.
electronic music
Oh, you're
and
taking
disco.
bits from house music.
Oh, yeah.
I thought you were talking like
Freestyle, all that.
like Sheena Easton or something
No,
like that.
no.
We're gonna
Cool.
sample Mozart if we want to.
for your eyes.
Old is
only,
subjective.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
Only for you.
No, I just figured that it's better. You get high quality stuff, analog sound, warm already. You know, you don't have to worry about all that stuff. But what's the future NJP?
Just more of this.
Yeah,
More. Yeah. I've kind of stepped away from releasing, and I've got like those 10 IDs I was mentioning.
Yeah.
I'm just creating a backlog right now, so
Okay.
I can come back a lot stronger. I've been fine tweaking the technical side of my production, so
Yeah.
I can come back a lot stronger
Yeah.
and have more music ready to go. So by the time I have my next release, that my main problem was I'd release something and I wouldn't have the next thing ready to go.
I
I'm
get
like,
that.
okay, well, I gotta figure something out because I don't want to release once a year, maybe
Yeah.
twice a year max. I want to release consistently.
Yep.
So I've kind of taken a pause. I'm like, all right, I'm going to build up a backlog and then send them out. And then by the time one gets signed, I've got another one done. So by the time I get that one signed, that one gets released.
Yeah.
And I at least have 1 to 2 ready to go to either be signed already and get signed after the first one comes out.
That's
And
a
then
good way
keep
to do
that
it.
going. So you have that backlog that you start up to begin with.
Yeah.
And then you can have more consistent releases after that.
Yeah.
Yeah, very good because people say about algorithm, nobody knows freaking algorithms.
And it changes
But-
every month.
Yeah,
too.
but it's really good to have to take a break. They always say it's good to take a break, come back strong.
Yeah.
Take that hiatus, really focus on your brand and focus on your sound, and then give it to the world.
Yeah.
You know, Jay-Z said it best. It was like, let them miss you, and then
Right.
give them something. You know, I don't know the exact quote, but it was something along those lines of let them miss you, and then give them all of you. You know, so. Let the people know where they can find you.
Yeah, you can find me NJP Music or NJP.music on Instagram, most places. Or it changes a little bit for every handle. So NJPmusic.com.
Okay.
I've got everything linked on there.
Perfect.
as well. Shout out to
212. Yeah,
212. Yeah,
out your homie Arcs.
2.1.2. I don't know the full thing.
Yeah,
it's linked. If you find my Instagram, it's linked in my bio to 212. But I don't remember the exact handle on that one.
But NJP.com we'll send them to everywhere.
NJPmusic.com will go everywhere. NJP.music on Instagram is probably the best way to reach directly out. So
perfect, man. Well, thank you so much for coming through again. You know, it's
Absolutely,
always a pleasure to have you. We're looking forward to some music from you. You got 10
yeah.
IDs. We got to get one of them. You know,
I'll
we
show
need
you one
one
after
of
the
them.
show.
Okay,
I'll
perfect.
show you.
Perfect.
Maybe a couple.
And you know
This
what?
is-
Technically, that's it.
That's it. Oh, wait, are we getting a call?
No, I think we are.
Oh, we're getting
yeah.
a phone call.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
This is NJP right now playing I Do in our headphones that you're listening to on Humble House Records. It looks like we've got a call coming through right
Yes,
as we're
that
ending.
was, yep, I think I might know who
It
this
is one.
Yeah, hello, caller.
Hi, it's Sabrina. How you guys doing?
Hey, Sabrina, thanks for calling.
But
Yeah, I saw you guys ask if people were going to Breakaway, and I actually went and I had a blast.
Oh, wow. Tell us about it.
So you know me, I'm going to pretty much any festival I can get my hands on, and it was very easy to get in. It didn't get too packed, till the end of the night.
what day did you go?
There was plenty of stuff to do, so there was like Ferris wheel, fun little games and stuff you can play. So I really, really liked it. Crowd was vibing. Everyone was so nice.
Who was your favorite? Who was your favorite artist to see?
Ooh, that's a tough one. Let's see.
All of them. Just all of them.
Oh, that's a tough one. I had a few favorites. Actually, in fact, I'm looking through my pictures. I'm sorry. I should have been a bit more prepared.
That's okay.
Oh, that's a good way to figure it all out.
But I actually was most excited because it's not the DJs you're always so used to seeing, so you got to kind of introduce yourself to a few new ones.
Yeah.
So, of course, you had Fisher, who was great. And then I was actually surprised by Rich Dietz. He put on a great set.
Rich Dietz. Yeah, I just heard of him a couple months ago. Yeah,
Yeah, I hadn't seen him before.
It's like two people, right? Is it two people?
Oh, I can't hear you.
Is it two people?
Was Rich
Was the-
Dietz two
is he-
people? Was it a group?
Yeah,
Okay.
they did a great job. I think there was actually there was like 4 people on stage at one point, so they were probably mixing in with somebody else in there too.
Ah, okay. You went both days, Friday and Saturday?
Yep, I went both days, and the first day I pretty much just stayed by the rail.
Oh, wow. Look at you.
That's tough to do.
You work your way to the front, and then you don't want to move. So.
Oh, that's wild. All that bass
and
is, I've never really rode the rail like that because the bass will just I feel like it's going to give me a heart attack or something. It's just so much
It'll
bass.
rip your head off. But you got the
I
right
paid
hair
for
for
it
it,
for
though.
sure.
You got the right
I've been
hair
there so
to
long.
ride the rail.
You paid for it. That's crazy. So you went Friday and Saturday. One of the biggest things that we've heard is have you ever been to Sunset? I'm sure you've been to Sunset, right?
Yes, I've been to Sunset.
What's better to you, Breakaway or Sunset?
Honestly, I really liked Breakaway. It just it was really the crowd. The crowd was a lot younger and a little bit more relaxed. It wasn't as rowdy.
Oh,
Really?
Yeah.
Younger crowd wasn't rowdy.
Yeah, at least in my experience.
okay. I love that. When you rode the rail, so you got the experience.
Yeah, no one's trying to push you or anything like that. I was able to get out of the crowd because I had to leave. You have to leave eventually, but
Yeah.
Let's see what else. And then, again, it was just introducing you to artists that necessarily aren't as big or as major.
Yeah.
So you really get to expose yourself to DJs you wouldn't necessarily follow.
Well, I love that. Rich Dietz. I'm going to have to check him out because you said so.
Yeah.
I mean, you pointed him out, so I got to check him out. Sabrina, thank you so much for calling.
We appreciate that. Wish we
Yes,
had some
thank
swag
you for
to give
having me,
as
and you
a
guys
shirt.
enjoy the rest of your podcast.
Thank you. I hope you
Thank you.
enjoyed it.
Thank you. Talk to you soon.
Bye.
Bye.
That was
All
great.
right, guys. We had a caller at the end of the show
Hey.
talking about Breakaway. I
Yeah.
love that. We actually had 2 callers, but he called during a break, and so we were waiting on him to call back.
We
again,
might have to
but
call
that
Cole
was-
too. I was texting Cole. He said give him a shout. He's back at home
Oh,
now.
Cole, we love you, Cole. Man, we miss you,
Hearts is
Cole.
out to you. So we'll give you a call maybe after the commercial.
Yes, we'll give you a call.
Well, I mean, are we done? Or we're at 100
Yeah,
minutes?
let's just call him
Yeah.
up right now. Just call
Yeah,
him
we
up
can
right
call
now.
him right now.
You want to call him?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's give him a shout. Oh, let's. I'm gonna give some people a shout out who are on our live. Yari, Foshima Records was on. Janzer, what's up? I don't know if I can say this one. I'm gonna skip that one. Let's see, Mr. Stars. What's up, Mr. Stars? We appreciate you. Zach, what's up? Christopher Michaels was on. The Bull, Humble House, let's go. Saint Germain was on. What's up, dude? The Bull said, what was the song that you made? What was the song that made you want to produce music? That was for you, NJP.
Oh,
that's a good one.
What was the song? God, I don't know. It's 11 years ago. I can't remember.
No.
I know I was really into Martin
Particular
Garrix.
genre. Yeah, I was going to particular genre.
Probably Martin Garrix Animals.
Big Room.
Nice.
Yeah, Big.
Bane
I
Soach? Okay, Big Room.
definitely started out with Big Room. That was
Gotcha.
huge when I was.
That pushes
when I
everybody.
started. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I liked, you know what's crazy to say, but what really got me back into, because I always loved electronic music growing up, grew up in Germany, but what got me back into it was like trap and dubstep, and it was like Bass Nectar and Adventure Club and Flight
That was me
Facilities.
too.
Yeah.
That was me too.
That's really pulled me
Yeah.
right back in. I was like, damn, I really love this.
Yeah,
music.
everything. What was that channel on YouTube? UKF or the bass channel?
Oh, I don't know.
It was a channel that had like all the Bass Nectar and Caspa and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It really pulled me back in.
Yeah.
And Above and Beyond.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
into Martin Garrix and Above and Beyond at the same time.
They're doing
That's
a
completely
tour.
different stuff, but
They're doing a stadium
Yeah.
tour now.
Yeah,
Really?
they're going to be
That's
up in
crazy.
New York. Crazy.
Crazy. Let's see what the cup says. The Cabana Club. Make sure you check out the Cabana Club for all your beach needs.
Ooh, I had a business idea over the weekend. I might have to do that with Cabana Club.
Yeah, holler at us.
Yeah.
Holler at us. Moon Rocks, what's up? Good to see you. Who's your favorite artist right now? That was for you. You got questions?
right now.
Probably multiple.
Probably multiple. I hate to say I get judged for this every time, but John Summit.
Don't
don't
hate
get
to say
judged.
John
Yeah,
Summit's
yeah.
he's a goat.
Yeah,
Dude's
he
good.
is.
He is.
Yeah.
When you get so big, you just get the hate naturally.
Oh
do,
yeah.
you do.
Oh yeah.
So it's all good.
Yeah. Fuck those guys.
Yeah,
Right.
fuck those guys.
Do you Twitch?
Do I Twitch?
Yeah.
I actually used to stream Minecraft on Twitch during COVID.
Okay.
Yeah.
You got to stream some of those productions.
I did that too a little bit.
Like, I Twitch sometimes.
It depends on how much
doing it right
Rubbermaid
now.
I had. All right. Did we get
I just got that. I was like,
did we get Cole on?
Yeah. How do
me-
I don't
show
know.
me his
Should I
phone
call-
number.
Yeah. There's
is
his
it
number.
his phone number you always had?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. It is.
All right. No. Don't. No. Not on
Yeah,
here.
let's not
Yeah,
put him on.
that's
No.
His phone number is. Oh.
Yeah, I was just going to don't talk. Yeah. Hold on one second, and I will start dialing him. You guys can keep talking if you want to.
Hey, well, it's good having you on, man.
Yeah,
Fellow
thank you.
Detroiter, yo. I
Yeah,
appreciate
yeah.
that. I need to come
Detroit's in
back
the
up
building.
and see you play, yo. That's awesome, yo.
All right, I'm gonna log off of Instagram, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. We appreciate you guys, and we'll catch you next time.
Hopefully, he answers.
I
If he was
texting
listening.
him.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll see if he answers then.
He doesn't like us.
Now what? Yeah.
Oh, that's Talls right there.
Yo.
Yo.
Yeah. What's up, Cole?
Nothing much. I just got out of the hospital like a couple hours ago, and I went to go get myself a Thai food feast.
Ooh.
Hey.
Ooh.
At the crib, eating some crab rangoon,
Ooh.
some yellow curry, some tom yum soup.
Oh,
I
that
love
sounds
all of that.
banging.
Oh,
Yeah.
Tom Young. That's
I'm chilling big time.
I love that for you, man. And you're healing. We just did a video call with you the other day, man. You look great. You're healing up. I love that for you.
Yeah, man. We miss you over here, buddy.
Thank you, man. Thank you so much. I mean, it's been like such a journey, like, because today is day 30, so
Wow.
it's exactly a month that I was in the hospital,
Whoa, man.
and it's just it's like a weird feeling to be out, you know, but I still have like such a long road ahead. Like, even this week, I have appointments like every single morning at like 8 a.m. to go to, you know, this doctor and that doctor and, you know, all this stuff. And I'm taking like 16 pills and just.
Yeah, but some of them are good pills, though.
I'm ready to just.
You know, when I come visit, I might have to get some of those pills on the way home.
And walking and being able to use my hands and like feeding myself.
Yeah, I get it, man. I get it. I get it. And you've been through a lot, and we're just very lucky, and we're glad to have you here, man. We really are.
Yes, sir. We miss you, buddy.
People like you in my life.
Yeah,
brother. We love you, man.
Yeah.
That was sweet.
Thankful for you guys, for real. I mean, I'm just happy to be here talking to you, honestly.
Fuck yeah, so are we. So are we, man. Well, we just wanted to give you a shout. We know we had to hear that voice of yours, put it back on the air, you know, and we can't wait to come visit you and see what's up, you know, hang out with you. We'll with you around for a little bit and have fun with you, you know.
Yes, please. I'm begging you. We have to go do something. I was saying today whenever I was about to get out, I was like, I don't want to go home and just like sit at home. I want to like go do things. I don't care if it's running errands. Like,
I did tell him I was going to take him clubbing this weekend.
You know?
Yes,
that's what I did today. I mean, I just rode along with my parents as they, you know, went and got my meds and you know, all that.
We have to bring you to the techno and tacos and tequila one Tuesday.
Do what?
We got to bring you to the techno, tequila, and tacos that Raver Daddy is doing. I don't know the name of it.
I'm down. I'm down for all of it and any of it.
You know what's the best about that? It keeps changing the name. It's
I do.
Techno, tacos, tequila, techno, tacos, techno.
Something
tequila.
like that.
It has techno, it has tacos, and it has tequila. So it doesn't matter the order you say it in.
Techno, tacos, tequila are my 3 favorite teas. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, true.
T squared. You can call it
T
squared.
Right now because
T
I'm on
cubed.
like a lot of drugs. So.
Oh jeez. Yeah, we can't give you no tequila, man. You'll be out. You'll be.
No, that's you don't want to see that guy.
No. Yeah, we've seen that guy once or twice, I think.
Yeah. No, we love you, man. We hope you heal up nice and good. I hope you did. You enjoy the NJP? Oh, I don't know if you were on. You probably weren't on, but NJP just did a great segment. We had EYEawake on, man. We took a break, a week off, and we came back. We got a 2 strong interviews here for the week, man.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome.
Yeah, we appreciate you so much. We'll catch you up on the flip side, though, and
yes, sir.
We're gonna end our Houseology Live on a cold note.
Heck
prayers
yeah.
up, prayers up.
Well, I missed you guys, and I really can't wait to see you guys. And shout out to Ray Daddy Robbie for coming to visit me in the hospital as well.
Hell yeah.
He brought me a stuffed bunny, like a little
It was Easter.
Candy around, you know, Easter time and everything.
That. That's awesome.
So,
hey, I'm nice every now and then.
Came out and visited me and saw me in my crippled state. So
it's all good, man. Will, we love you guys. We love you, and thank you guys so much for tuning in to Houseology Live. I'm Ketone. It's NJP. We got Rave Daddy Robbie. We've got DJ Embrace over there. And we will see you guys next Monday.
Everybody peace out.
Peace out.
Peace.
All right. Oh, well, you know, I promise you we're going to peace out in a minute. There you go.
Wrapping it up for this week's show. Tune in next Monday at 6 p.m. for the best up-to-date info on EDM news, culture, and gossip on the Houseology Live show.
Humble House Radio.